Hello everyone, this is Reverend Dr. Rebecca Michael, and today I'm a Christian counselor, so what I'm doing is e-excerpts. This is Rebecca's e-excerpts, but today I'm going to be doing a health and fitness, and I keep looking at the camera here to hopefully I don't go off or it doesn't freeze, but if it does, the message is what's important. So I'm doing a health and fitness because I'm quite heavily into health and fitness in all aspects of being, as the Bible also recommends. Paul talks about it in the Bible. And so this one, I would like to recommend this book for running. Now this is called Women's Running, and it is by Dr. Joan Ulliott, and she is a famous runner, quite an accomplished marathoner, and she's a medical doctor as well. So all facts are from the Lord to do with medicine, science, and of course the Word of God. And so that is what we're studying. We're either studying to do with the medical facts, all reality and facts and truth comes from God, and it'll be repeatable, testable, etc., and or from the Bible. So as a Christian counselor for my health and fitness series, I'd like to just touch on today. I'm going to be doing a few in the series here to do with the sport of running, because it is the best way to get in shape. It's the fastest because we are a running animal, so long distance running animal. Before we came up with technology, etc., one of the ways that we survived, our adaptability, was to be able to outdistance the game, for example. And in some cultures, they're still doing that, of course, in the world that haven't been modernized, so to speak. And you know, we need to you know, keep ourselves in shape by through aerobic activity that causes us to be able to do a workload, overload ourselves, stress our bodies just enough progressively over time to get to the point of being able to do what we're all can do, and some of us with adaptation or that have relatively normal. Now, always see your medical doctor first before endeavoring on any kind of strenuous aerobics or whatever. But what I do is I'm going to today do about beginners. I'm going to just briefly go through a couple of little tips in this book to do with beginners, and then I'll do another video for intermediates and another one for advanced racers. Just a few tips that she has in this book, but I wanted to introduce this book to you. It's been a great blessing to me as a runner getting back in shape. It's the fastest way to get in shape. It's the least expensive. It's the most convenient. All you need is a pair of shorts or a pair of loose jogging pants, a pair of good runners. It will only cost you really for the runners. And you know, you just go out the door and run wherever you locally want to run. We have dikes around here. A system of dikes that goes like for miles and miles into pastoral, mountainous type of backdrop land. I really like to trail run when you get more in shape. You can get a little more adventurous with it and a little more rugged with it. And high school tracks are good places to measure your fitness when you want to go for fitness tests, and I'll do a video on how to check your fitness level to do with some quick tests that you can do to assess that. I'll also do another video explaining baseline measurements, etc., that you can tell a quick assessment of your health and what your progress is fitness-wise, how your program's going, etc. And so today I just want to touch on this woman's book, this medical doctor. She's one of the best runners that, at least back then. She says to do with beginning running, what you want to do. I know this from, I took quite a few health and fitness kinesiology courses, so many that it's almost one of my minors in my undergraduate degree. And so this woman here speaks about progressive training, and there are some things that you can get as a beginner. For example, in general, as a runner, regularity, consistency is important. The hard, easy pattern, like one day hard, next day easy. I'm just getting back into training again after several months online, and so I'm kind of detrained and out of shape. And so what I did is I got myself one of those individual trampolines over the winter months. I just run on the spot on it and crank the music, make it fun, you know, and do that for half hour to an hour as my body is able to adjust. Right now I'm up to about 3/4 of an hour. I started at about 20 minutes. But you start wherever you're at fitness-wise, and your body will quickly adapt. And so then you can increase it every month, maybe by 5 or 10 minutes or so, add on to your workout level. Now you want your pulse to be at about, say 130 or so, and I'll be making another video about quick ways to assess, like the pulse, like in the jugular here. If you hold it there lightly for 10 seconds, you'll feel the pulse, and you can, or 15 seconds, and then multiply it by 4. You'll come up with a quick gauge of your pulse. And you want it, or if you have a heart rate monitor watch, you want to keep it at about, you know, at least 130. If you're training for a race or something, you might want to keep it up to 170 beats a minute. And there's a way also to do this with the age for your heart rate, and always, of course, making sure that you're medically okay and clear, and that you allow your body time to get in shape. And the more fitness shape you get in, then you'll start to plateau. About every 3 or 4 weeks, you want to add in maybe another 5 or 10 minutes onto your workout. And so one day hard, one day easy, as this woman says, when you're starting. And what you want to do to start with is build what's called an endurance race base, an endurance base. And so you want to increase the distance that you are, or the time that you are running in a jog. And when you want to be jogging to begin with, if you start jogging, you want to be, you can tell the heart rate is at the right place if you're breathing hard but not too hard where you can't talk. If you can still hold a conversation or sing to yourself, that's a good trick, that you're in the right aerobic range for working out, and that you're going to become more fit. And you want to leave every other day at least. I started with 3 days a week, and I have every other day. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday to start with, and then I take Saturday, Sunday off, because I'm building my endurance base, which is a muscle base. And then you can, after about 6 months of slowly building and adding into your program as you progress along in your fitness level, when you're adding 5 or 10 minutes on, say, you end up with perhaps the fitness level of an intermediate runner, which is someone that can run for, you know, 3/4 of an hour to an hour non-stop at the pulse rate that I just mentioned. And so when you can do that, then you're ready to work on your speed, and that takes about 6 months to build a proper base. But I don't have a lot of time here, so what I'm just going to do to save for beginners is, she says how to start: get yourself a good pair of training shoes, and run outdoors. You know, for women in their 30s and 40s, initial unfit, it takes about 2 weeks to be able to run non-stop, 15 minutes non-stop. It depends on your fitness level, but the body is very adaptable, so be encouraged by that, because you know you will. And like I said, every 3 weeks or so, you want to add another 5 minutes onto your running time, your jogging time, or your brisk walking time. You start off with a brisk walk, and just, every 3 or 4 weeks, just increase the distance. And of course your speed will quite naturally come up as you're able to do more work as you get stronger. Your blood pressure will go down, as will your heart rate in general in the morning. You'll notice your resting heart rate in the morning. One of the signs of fitness beginning to happen is you'll notice it'll go down. And an athletic pulse is about 60, and it corrects all the other types of problems and balances out your body in general. And that's all I have time for now. Bye.